So I'm thinking about traveling to a conference later this year. This is the EDUI 2011 conference in Richmond, Virginia, and I've been there the last 2 years when it was in Charlottesville at the University of Virginia. And the purpose of this video is to look at purchasing travel to this conference. So it's October 13th to 14th, Richmond, Virginia. This is a Thursday and Friday. So I'd probably want to fly in on the Wednesday preceding, and then maybe stay for the weekend. So that would be the 12th to the maybe Sunday the 16th. And I'm going to try out a new service, or a relatively new service, called Hipmunk. And I've looked at it before, but I haven't really tried to use it a whole lot. So this is the page. I guess that's a chipmunk. But I'm going to say, all right, I know I'm coming from Lansing. I like that auto-suggest, and I like I was able to pick that out pretty quickly. Richmond. This looks like probably, the main Richmond airport. I mean, I'm assuming it is. Okay. Depart, return. These are pretty standard fields that you see on, kayak.com and other sites where you pull up flight information. But I need to go, what was that, October? I said October, September, October, I said Wednesday, and, oops, looks like I put that on return. Oh, hey, that's kind of cool. So I can either enter, like, in very shorthand notation, October 12th, or I can use this calendar, it looks like. So I said 16th. And I like how it highlights these days. It looks like the orange means this is when you are departing, the green means this is when you're returning, and this blue must mean kind of like just when you're there. And I like how, as I choose depart, and you can see the labels here on each of these change color. So if I'm picking the departure date, as I hover over these, they're all orange. That's really cool. I like that a lot. So I picked from, to, depart, return, and these seem like the main fields that, like, this is all I really need to get a search going. And a couple additional fields, they look like they're de-emphasized quite a bit. Number of people, what do you coach, business, first class, and airline. I don't really care about any of that, so I'm just going to go ahead and click search. Okay. Loading. Okay, that's kind of neat. They post tips during the loading. And it looks like I can do like a bunch of different searches at once, and maybe I get tabs across the top here. Okay. So right now I'm looking at my flight into Richmond, a potential flight into Richmond on Wednesday, October 12th. And if I switch this, okay, so that's how they sort it. And this is kind of interesting. Sort by agony, price, and if I hover over, it tells me what that means. So they actually come up with a little bit of an algorithm to say, hey, you might enjoy this flight more than the others. Price, duration, departure. That's kind of cool. All right. You can also filter by a couple of things. That's pretty cool. All right. So if I'm leaving on Wednesday, I probably want to go maybe for the shortest trip. And as I hover over this one, I can see, hey, this is Delta, and looks like if I tap it, okay. If I click it, I get click and tap mixed up sometimes. I get some more details about the kind of flight. That's neat. I can see this is a pretty short flight, 340 to 701. That's a little over 3 hours with a layover. I like how this information is displayed. I think they take and they have applied a lot of the lessons that are associated with the visual display of quantitative information. Now, the only confusing thing here is this stuff on the right side where it says show 13 flights that are worse than this. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh. Alright. I don't know why I would use that, but okay. And over here it's giving me prices. You know, these are round trip airfare. That's pretty cool. Looks like a Delta would be the cheapest. So let's just say, you know what, I kind of like this flight here, you know, 340 to 701. Seems reasonable. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to try and pick it. I saw a link here, select this leg. I'm just going to ignore it for now. I'm just going to say, I'm going to click this one. From 371, okay. So it looks like it switched me from one leg to another, and it's even telling me, you know, like, this is what you picked. And now I'm selecting my return travel arrangements. So this would be on Sunday, you know, if I'm staying for the weekend. Maybe I want to stay, you know, like as long as I can on Sunday and get back pretty late. So let's say either of these look like pretty good options. And they're both going through Detroit. It's basically, you know, the same flight. I'll go ahead and pick this one. I don't know why. I'll just pick this one. I'll do select this leg this time. Okay. So that was pretty easy, and at this point now, I could go and book it. I'm not going to really pursue this. You know, I'm going to assume that it gets you there. Yeah, it looks like it does. So from here, I could go and, you know, finish my travel arrangements and do it. But let's just ignore that. Oh, and then I don't know if you noticed that, but then it said, oh hey, and now you can go look at hotels. So related to other interfaces I've seen, Hipmunk, wow, they've done a tremendous job designing this. I mean, they focused on the absolute core of what I want to do, and they made it really easy to do. I really loved that kind of calendar view where you can see the flight, you can, you know, see, you know, the length of it, and you can compare them very easily. It seems like everything that they've done in terms of design is very deliberate, really just exceptional. I'm very happy with this, and you know, if I do end up making these travel arrangements, I think I would definitely use Hipmunk to do so.